individual freedoms about it. All their players are doing the same kind of things at the same time. But I feel like because of that set play kind of mentality that Se7en bring, they've tried some stuff in the past where they have these secret strats, and I'd be curious to see if that comes into play, because I do feel like this is going to be quite a slow game coming up on Granary.
All right, guys. You've been wonderful, but I'm going to have to throw it back to the casters because we are going into our game 4 very shortly. Not even time for a video. So, again, thank you, News. Thank you, Samsky. I've been TurboTabs, and I'm going to throw it back to Warren, back to Kermit, over in the caster box.
Thanks, TurboTabs. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks to News and Samsky stepping in to have some time on the couch.
Yep.
Sadly, there's no TV for News this year. Can't do the weatherman news.
Managed to finally get down from my...
Is this live? Have we missed a lot of gameplay?
We have missed a lot of... We haven't missed any gameplay. This is just started, and we just saw Stark get a frag onto Garbuglio. Oh, hello, a beat might go down, and it does finally get taken off Ams. It's actually, yeah, they're doing the swap, so it's going to be the swap. Oh, hello, this swap might have worked out, it seems. As there is 3 frags, and wow, you know what? I've never joined into a granary game.
Getting the BM.
I will admit, I didn't know that granary maps start on second.
Yeah. What I love is that the very first thing we saw was what looked like Stark just giving just a quick little shout to Stabby with a trick stab.
Yeah, you know what? That's how we roll here. Anyway, so for those that may not be aware, we have got this swap. The swap we're referring to is a Disky is going to be playing Medic and Stark will be playing Roma. Why this happens, nobody knows, but
we will see. Stark's map.
If that is true. If this actually bear fruit, and it looks like they have as they do, lead them up 1-0, froyotech lead the series 2-0, and I saw a bomb. Oh, that was so close. A good serve from a Disky, dodges that rocket, and it looks like this might actually... Oh, Tiger's gone behind, he slipped his way, he slithered and slipped.
And the Disky are still actually in there, maybe just trying to play this bait.
Oh,
that's such unfortunate timing, that arrow. They knew Yomps was weak, but the second that Ty went to show him, he'd just been arrowed up.
I kind of feel like Cookie Jake as well had like very good positioning on this to make sure that nothing went untoward.
Yeah.
So then, you know, if there was someone behind, he had his back towards the danger that they knew about, and he had his head, well, his face forward, the danger that they weren't aware.
Ty's got the sentry gun going up, hopefully on the right-hand side.
And we're going to be sitting up on the last of 7, and shout out to the guy that shot off the light so I don't roast. And it looks like there's going to be aggression coming in, but there is a sentry. Ooh,
level 1 would have been
kill. That would have been a sick fight with that.
This guy took 0 damage as well. There we go, Thrash going sniper now. Oh, Fanny thinking there might be a spy.
That's understandable. Everybody does. I mean, Stark is a very good spy, as we've already seen. With getting a frag onto Garbuglio.
He looks like he's very sure that there's...
Whilst we have a bit of
downtime,
a bit of lull, I've noticed that froyotech don't make use of the brakes. They all stay in their seats.
Yeah. I guess they just want to stay in the zone.
Yeah, you know, they're very, very
confident. They've got up to, like, you know, stretch.
Yeah, I wish
gamer stretches. Yeah. Oh, this is an aggressive sentry from Ty.
Yeah, it's a good one though, because any soldiers do jump, they're going to be met with the sentry straight away, and it's going to launch them quite far away.
Hard commit as well if they want to actually get the pick on it, or just Uber.
I feel like some teams, they put the sentry like on the spawn door on the right side, and it just still lets a soldier in get like a very good fast jump.
Really
hello.
Yeah, that was nice from Ams. Double direct.
Hello, Stark! Making his mark on Aroma.
40 HP there, and Cookie Jake managed to hold it. That was really well played. Yeah, I like this Stark was instantly just going in for the... That was like a hit. Oh,
Valve? Please? What on earth is that?
Well?
Oh, this is not good.
They're going to be
they're missing 3. Stark's going to be spawning up in 1 second. And the Uber and the push is going to come in for the right side, completely free. The points is going to be playing Cadus. Starts to get the Uber on him now. There is going to be... Well, the Uber's going to be pretty much even in this, but the players and respawning. Oh, Habib, that was absolutely fat, completely mullers Tiger. Thalash now finally respawns, and it's going to be Yobs that's going to be on top. They do hold, but oh my days, Habib is absolutely well, I was going to say poning. That was going to be really bad.
That was going to be very cringy.
That is a throwback to 10 years ago. That is.
Shout out to Pure Ponage. Good show.
underrated that. Anyway,
start with right next to the soldier. Actually, Yomps might have actually been able to get the pick.
they have the poot out for the...
Oh wait, Arek's hiding on last on bottom left.
Oh, wow.
If Ams gets knocked down from that high ground though to the Ams left hand side, he will get seen.
The sentry's being moved. Uh-oh.
He could have gone there where he heard the... Oh, he's like, oh, they're on second.
This is so unfortunate though that...
oh, God bless PIP. The gun is... The gun will get him though.
Yeah.
There's nothing he can do.
This is probably like the only situation that an engineer...
I just killed him.
Yeah, that is probably like the only I can't think of any other situation where I've seen an engineer, despite second being capped, still have the sentry on last.
Yeah, normally it'd be like right at the spawn door, just waiting. Ooh, Stark really.
I don't think it's
no one really around.
known of. There is someone.
Yeah, the drop on it. Yeah, it looks like our Biblio was around.
If he times this though,
I think Yomps might have seen Stark going at the other end, and there's a scout on middle. Arek coming up from his kill bind.
It's a good play though, nice and proactive.
Yomps does get picked off.
And the force comes out, so Adiski's on 30 HP, and that is a full Uber advantage going the way of froyotech. They're going to make their way into the garage of Se7en.
Yeah, Se7en need to just get back on last hit. Tie instantly onto the NJ flash, straight onto the sniper. Flash, if he's on this right side, might be able to get the pick.
Here we go, there is a sniper, but there's no shots connecting, which is unfortunate. Thales is now going to go into spawn to swap out. They do rotate around to the left side. Everybody on Se7en is going to be spawned right now. Yeah. The collapse is very important. Cadus is there. Habib gets taken out as well. This is going to be a really good defense from Se7en if they can keep this up. Everybody on it is so low. Thales will have left one alive, and it's a clean up.
Oh.
Ooh, that was...
They were all so weak.
That was so good from Froyo, though.
Yeah.
They absolutely kept Se7en so locked down in their spawn. Like, literally everybody was in there.
Like, 4 of them, and as soon as they were in there, they just instantly cleared sticks off point and just got cap time.
And I think the really other smart thing as well was, like, both soldiers have pretty much kept the high ground. So if Se7en did collapse on it, as we saw, they'll just get the frags and clean up. And my days, that is...
point play.
So close. Habib is incredibly low. 38 HP. The pistol comes out, but I don't think they realise how low he is. He's waiting for an arrow now. Front he gets it. There's going to be a jump coming in from Anselman straight away. It looks like there's going to be a scout on it. He's going to be able to pick this scout up. He's incredibly low. Thales just pick up a frag. Anyway, Baddy is going to be on his side. He's going to, absolutely area denial. And forces Ams to create his ban. He's going to be on 56 HP. There is going to be a 3v3, but they have the heal advantage on Se7en. Tiger is the last one. Oh, wow. Habib is going. I don't think he knows. It's just him.
I think he could go in.
He's going to chase for it. He's 28. Oh, nice. Pre-fire by Tiger. That was
bonus winger damage coming out, I think, there.
Oh, that really gets the heart pumping. That was so close.
That was nice. Cookie Jake had went down so early as well, just on his side of the mid on the health pack. We've got, what, a 60 over advantage for Se7en here. No off classes from either team. Habib up in 1 second. Might be able to mount a full defensive yard here. They don't have a demo though, so they could just try and bust in without the threat of a sticky trap.
Yeah, they could do. There is 20 minutes left remaining in this map. It sits at 1-1. The series is 2-1 to froyotech.
Oh God, Yomps trying to do the drop down jump. Just decides it's not worth a second attempt.
He does not have a well-rendered part time when jumps.
He's got the original as well. It's as easy as it gets. Cade is dying to Garbuglio on top there.
Again, the little bit of miscoordination rearing its head from Se7en as Cade has looked like he might have wanted to take that Uber. The Uber is now popped, and it is pretty good. Oh, Habib almost serves that rocket. Cookie Jake didn't have Uber. Thales just go in and do get the fourth, but they have lost 2. And it's going to be Yomps that's going to go in from the back lines as well, but I believe he's been picked up and is aware there is a lot of players scattered from Se7en. They could coordinate.
Yep, they know that.
And Ams does a lot of damage, but Scout is OP.
5 HP. I don't know if he also picked up the health back in that. I wasn't watching closely enough. Adiski and Flash building over here.
Hello.
Oh, Stark showing that he is in fact a jumper
on an invisible bicycle. And it looks like it's baffled scientists and the players of froyotech, but unfortunately, I think he was caught out by a scout that did decide to look up this time around.
But yeah, or he just dropped in at the wrong time.
And Habib does jump forward, and he is going to get taken. Well, we don't do it. Sorry, he does make his way back into choke. Yom's incredibly low. He does fall, and it's going to be 3. Oh, Adiski getting caught out, I believe, in choke. And it's going to be a do or die situation for the remaining players of Se7en.
Yeah, I don't know if Stark's going to try and do another gimmick, try and hide somewhere. Because I know I'm pretty sure he can do another wall bug on the silos that he was just at, that we're looking at right now. I think he can wall bug on them and drop down. I remember he used to be able to do it years ago in the top one. On second, that was a strat. Tiger, is he forward? Yeah, sniping in forward spawn here. Might be able to get a pick onto someone, but it looks like we're just going to do the normal thing, going to the right yard. Don't know what Tiger's doing. Oh well, he's revealed he's in forward spawn. That's fine.
And it looks like it's going to be Cookie Jake's going to be going up through Lunchbox. The Uber comes through earlier. They're going to want to go for this for last, but it does look like it'll be very difficult to do so.
I think they might just buff Garbugli or buff both soldiers and just send them in for a force in a few seconds once the no start definitely has Uber. Or a Disky has Uber, rather. These players switching and messing me up. Go off fast from Se7. They probably do want to just push out on the Uber advantage.
Yeah, they go for it. Oh, Arms with a good rocket jump. He's doing a lot of damage as well. They could maybe chase on this, but there is an arrow coming out onto Habib, and Cookie Jake is going to get picked up by Arms. But the rocket does it!
Time for the rocket.
He gets it. There was a back cap in the meantime, and it was cleaned up, thankfully, by Starkey, who was there to pick up Garbugler, who seemed to have gone through top and go behind. That was as close as it gets. And that was very well worked by Ams, wiggling his way through all the players and being able to get... Oh, Habib might actually... No, this one's come out. There was a scout chase that I don't think he wanted it. Or was that somebody else? I was just not paying attention.
I think even if they were chasing, I think Se7en are going to be disciplined enough to not chase.
Oh,
nice.
crispy as they get. And another one onto Banny. That is a beautiful point of view. And Banny, being patient, picks up Stark, does find his way into the ramp room of Se7en, as they find themselves having to retreat.
Tiger juking around on 20 HP, just abusing that extra jump height from the winger, making it hard to hit him.
And it's going to be an Uber advantage for the side of Se7en. They are going to get forward spawn, so they might find an opportunity to make their way into mid.
Uber ad here, they might just want to use it and just try and...
Oh, they're going for it. Ams goes in high into the sky. The Uber comes out. He's going to try and use this as much as he can. Looks like it might just be a space creating one. There is a soldier trying to get out through choke. Ams is going to be there to deny him. So Garbuglia goes down, following up with Yomps and Arik as well. And Cookie Jake is on 80%.
They might just still pressure, like just leave one scout cap and they do it forward spawn, Arik and Yomps up.
And it looks like they are going to find their way into the yard of Se7en. Ams.
He is way behind.
Oh, he
should have been checking his scoreboard and know that a spawner. Yeah.
He's going to get the frag. So the flank is going to be down. And the back cap comes through. What on earth is happening to froyotech? This is a little bit uncharacteristic, as they seem to have been given the runaround. Yomps is going to be launched up. He might... Oh, he craters. Oh, no, he doesn't crate. He kills himself.
Rocket, yeah.
That's
Flash getting onto
Oh, he gets him with the missile, and he gets Banny as well. Oh, my days. Sorry, he got Habib, but it was Tiger that got Banny. It's going to be Arik left alive. He's going to try and go into a disc, but the point was being captured, and they get it.
And Tiger was already hitting them with a taunt. There's a double taunt coming out from the Se7en scouts. That was absolutely huge. I was going to say Ams shouldn't have been baiting while he was sitting on the point. He should be tanking to make sure they get the back cap, but apparently that just didn't matter.
Yep, and as we go into the rollout of the fourth middle, both demo men are going to go top this time around. Cadus always seems to be getting the better of Habib, and he does it again. Habib's been brought down to 59 HP. Looks like the pistol's going to come down. Habib will probably be standing still. Yep, he is, but he's just gotten the arrow. Starkey's going to go in very, very high, do a big jump, distract some players. Garbuglia is going to do the same to the opposite number, but find himself back on his side. And it looks like the frags are coming in the way of froyotech. This is the response that they needed. And the response that Se7en did not want.
This game.
Yep, Tiger just looks like he's going to be buying small amounts of time.
Oh, nice direct from Garbuglia. Oh, Banny picked up.
Banny, he chased a Disky all the way onto second, and this is huge.
Yeah, good
froyotech are going to have a full ad. They might play this like they play Process and literally just storm through whilst capping set. Oh, Banny does have a little peek through window.
Got the sentry up. Banny definitely spotted the sentry there, was pistoling it down. Tiger hopefully managed to get on top here as heavy, at least onto one of the pipes. It's just such a strong position.
They did get a pick on Habib, so that might actually force them to wait a little bit longer. That's going to give them time for the sentry to get leveled up. Thalash is going to be on the right door. And they come through on the left side. The soldiers are going to be rotating over to the right to maybe kite this Uber as much as possible, but the force has only come out now. Habib's going to jump. Everybody on 7 is going to be on the left, and the Disky's going to be in a bit of a precarious position. The pipe. Oh, Habib is absolutely smashing with, and absolutely takes out a Disky, and this is going to be so difficult. It's Cadus and Thalas, the last 2 alive. Spawns are up in 3. Can they delay it for that long? It does not look like they can, and that is a good response from froyotech to keep this map tied up.
Not sure what Cadus was doing there. I looked like he was on second. Might have just been bullied inside into the second, but Flash was just alone there. I thought it was going to be at least the 2 of them fighting together, but Cadus was just nowhere to be seen. No stickies in the point. There was nothing to actually stop them from doing that point play.
It was actually maybe, I don't know, there's some, obviously I've got the power of hindsight, but new mid now, Habib again getting brought down to 60 HP, keeps on getting molested by Cadus on this map. It's going to be Ant, it's going to be taking their crate. We see a Stark on the right side, looks like he's going to go for a high bomb. Yomps is going to do the same as well. Stark does get picked up, so does Ant. So there's going to be no soldier presence. Again, throwing their soldiers into the thick of it, and whilst that is going on, Thalash has found his way behind. Tiger is going to leave with a Disky.
I think if Thalash had been on like his own side of mid there, he might have just stuck. They might have actually just stayed in mid and went for the tried to take the fight. See, the 7 are just coming in. Yeah, Froyo just.
I also didn't notice that Cookie Jake died, so Thalash making his way behind and now making his way in front of froyotech. Yeah, it's very, very, very aggressive. I think there's some space for the soldiers. Garbuglio does go down, and it's going to be a good hold by Disky. Yomps goes in though, maybe went for the air shot, maybe not the best. Oh wow, Cookie Jake with a sick arrow, and Yomps launching a rocket so he takes less full damage.
Putting the gun bolts to good use.
I wonder if they're going to go on this advantage. It might do so.
Alright, sniper and forward here.
It looks like they're going to go left yard anyway, so they're going to dodge this sniper, and they do still have an ad. Are they wise to this? Are they going to use this? Are they just going to plow forward? They're going to play it slow, and it looks like they're going to go for the second one.
Yeah, I think at this point, if they want to do something with the Uber, it would just be a solo onto Ants in here. Like, you can do so much work in such a small area without really having to try that hard. You can just shoot the ground and win. Looks like Stark actually was successful in getting the drop down jump there.
Yeah. And
got the lineup sorted.
Previously, obviously, in this situation that we totally didn't miss, Stark did go spy, and was able to get a good frag onto Garbuglio, which opened up it, and we managed to see the.
I don't know if that he may have got others. I don't know if that was his only frag. He could have actually have gotten more at that point.
Yeah, that is true. He did beef a bit, but Ams was there to sort of follow up and get the frag as well. So we might see something like that. Good point play, and that is an absolute demolish from Banny. So their main playmaker and caller has been taken out in this Uber exchange, and it has gone somewhat 7's way as they're able to stay in. And Cadus coming in, pressing forward, doing lots of damage, does connect the pipes. But whilst this is going on, everybody else on the side of 7 do fall. It's just going to be a Disky and Cadus. Can old man Cadus pull this off? Is he going to do it? 76 HP.
So much damage.
Oh, this is so unfortunate, but the critical thing as well is that Disky does survive.
Yeah.
Cookie Jake is going to get a small ad on this, but they keep their medic.
This guy actually had some pretty fat arrows onto Cadus as well, which will have got him at least a little bit of Uber percent to kind of bridge the gap a little bit in the Uber disadvantage. But no off classes at all. It's good to see. I'm not sure what the play is going to be if Froyo are going to just push on the ad and use. Yeah, I think they're going to go ramp him. They will. Oh no. Defensive sticks from Habib.
Yep, and they are going to be sort of, again, squaring each other up, just trying to find any sort of opportunities to go through for either team. Obviously, I'd say maybe 7 are the ones that might have to force the issue.
Yeah.
Sitting there more, I feel.
They were mapped down and
yeah. And I
they
mean,
have mids, so at least they get forward spawns.
I don't know, it's not really worth banking or playing for a golden cap. That just seems to be sort of
far too risky.
Yeah, rolling the
Especially
dice.
for 7, well, nearly 8 minutes.
Yeah, and there's no off classes, nothing cheeky from either team. Just some good old-fashioned TF2.
Se7en might run the clock down a little bit and then just go for a sack.
Yeah.
Buff up start.
It looks like they might want to... I reckon we might see a distraction for a Disky. Sorry, start to go.
I'd like to see if Am's like bombs on that little door he was just standing next to and just bombs round to Choclo, just as like the fake that they've been doing previously.
Oh, hello. It is Start that goes through. Looks like he fluffed a jump or two and was awkwardly just standing still with his escape plan.
I wonder, he might have just done some sort of speed shot or something through a choke to just get straight onto the combo and just beat it. But actually, you can do a nice jump as well through ramp room, through that door now that it's been opened up a bit. You can jump, do like off the left-hand wall and go flying through onto the combo.
I wish I could do that.
Dark and Thalash. Okay, Thalash is going sniper here.
Okay, so this hit, again, Thalash hasn't really been successful. Hasn't popped off. There is still opportunities, there is still time. And this is probably one of the plays that I feel like is something that they should have really used a lot more of on some of the other maps.
Yeah.
But having said that, to froyotech's credit. And yeah, there to froyotech's credit, they have basically sort of shut down.
Yeah, the spam is just really good right now from them.
Yeah.
Do have an angle for Thalash. Just missing the shot onto Habib. Cookie Jake is in such a nice position as well that it's almost important. Unless like
hero shot.
Thalash just runs in for the hero shot, which he is want to do.
Yeah, it's
he's not Cookie Jake won't get sniped.
Again, I kind of feel like they put everything on individuals in Se7en instead of really sort of working as a team sometimes, especially when they need someone to come up big in these plays, and it's going to be a lot of weight on Thalash's shoulders. He has some of the best shots or some of the best moments
soldier
in TF2, especially on Granary, which I believe was on Spud.
That looked like a hit.
When he was jumping up in the air.
Yeah, up over Se7en.
Oh,
Habib crouching behind the corner.
This is probably land nerves rearing its head. This is... Oh, LA wants to go for it. Tried it, but decided not to. And it looks like this might be an opening for froyotech. They do like to go on these one-player advantages, and it looks like that is the play. They do go on Yumps. Yumps is doing such a good job on staying alive. He almost connected with that rocket onto a disc. He got popped up in the air, and it's going to be another situation. Thalash opting to stay sniper.
No, switch back.
Never mind.
Must have to think about it. One thing is Yomps will maybe check it actually on Spy when he spawns. Nope, doesn't bother. That would have been a smart thing to have done.
But this is going to be kind of difficult. It's oh, hello! I saw a gamer go in. It's dark. It's been popped up in the air. John think he gets it. He gets the drop. Oh! Now all Se7en need to do just need to hold tight. Don't open any holes. They can go through slowly. Tiger doing a lot of work. He does get both scouts weak, so this is going to open up more holes. There are a lot of stickies in between Se7en and the second point. But what an amazing drop from Stark.
That was so nice, just getting the two synced rockets. Like the closer he gets, the more damage it's doing. That was so well played.
Oh, Arik.
Nice arrow. Arrow on Arik. Surprised Se7en didn't actually, like they've taken yard with that, but I'm surprised that they didn't actually try to take second as well. Just like Tiger, like at least 80 damage on both scouts. Like they had no heals. One of them could get a health pack, but I don't know why they didn't try and press the issue a bit more.
Oh dear.
This is from Froyo here. Looks like they don't.
Oh no! Habib with an amazing sticky trap just sitting above garage door. Horrendous. They have lost two. All of the wind have been taken out of their sails. They're going to go back to mid, and all of that space, all of the plays that were made have just been completely shut down. Habib, oh man, he's been so good in these maps. It's been such a pain for Se7en.
I remember even one time I was just playing a pickup with him, and he was literally just asking people, like, can you see these stickies? Like, he likes a good sticky trap. Stark just denied. Got a nice rocket, I think, on the banner there, but that overheal means he will not die. Yup. Hit a disky, but he surfed it to the back.
It is 2 minutes 40 seconds remaining. The clock is ticking down. The decisions have to be made whether or not Se7en want to go for this and try and win it in regular time to take it to a third map, or if they want it to go to a golden cap. We might see another situation where they run down the clock, wait for a moment where they can go for one last hurrah, and then maybe...
Because what the worst thing to happen here is if they go for a force and then Froyo just try to capitalise off the pick, and then they just end up capping out the round and Se7en lose the game. So I think they might try and run it down to maybe like just a minute left and then do a pick. The fight will last 30 seconds, then it's only like less than a minute to cap the full round.
Oh, Habib's sticky traps are just absolutely nuts. I can see them above that on that door, and it's just there's just so much sort of like double bluffing where his stickies are. You think they're one place, but that's actually a bait, and there is going to be aggression coming in from Stark. He gets the force off, so he is successful. So he does go in and gets the force. There's 1 minute 30.
Oh, but the round itself expires in 60 seconds.
Yeah. The map, the round time is going to go.
So this Froyo would actually be perfectly happy to just let this run down.
For those that are unaware, if the round time hits 0, you restart the game, you go back onto mid, and it looks like that is not what Se7en want to happen. They want to be able to take second for free.
Cadis needs a flash. He wasn't able to get much more of the Uber there after that initial flash, so he could not stay in as long as he wanted to. If 30 seconds to cap this point.
If that timer does go down, it's going to be pretty much the end of the map. But here we go.
Big damage.
Damage going through. Habib does get taken out. Buddy, Arik, they both are the remaining players, and it's already a loss. Maybe sort of went in a little bit too soon. They do have extra time. They've got 40 seconds left. They're going to play the point. They're going to do it. Oh,
Cadis,
he got it. Oh my God. Oh, what on earth?
Cookie Jake clutching it out again for Froyo with the Uber sauce.
Like Harblue did it on Snake Water last. Harblue's done it 2 times in one series. There is 20 seconds left. There may be time for one last push.
They just need to all just go straight on the point.
The stickies are up. The off classes are out. There is 10 seconds to go. Starker's going to go in high. He's going to... Oh, wow. They do it.
They get it. They get the round. 1 second on the clock.
Oh, my days.
Well, apparently they got the round with 1 second left on the clock. And you saw 2 players from Froyo on the point right at that time. They were like literally less than a second away, I guess, from getting on the point.
Stark bomb distracted so many players.
He got onto Cookie Jake, got that frag, and I think must have got like a bunch of splash on. I think the heavy that was nearby as well. That was such a sick play. That's twice he's done that exact thing, just sinking up 2 rockets onto Cookie Jake.
Madness. Yeah. We are going to have people that I feel are slightly... Well, I'm lost for words, but there are people that will have words. But we're going to... Before we cut to them, we've got a little video for everyone, and we'll be joined by Turbo Tabs.
On the couch.
No, it's Grumpy Kite on the couch with some boys.
So today is our big launch event for Belong Westfield Stratford, home to the Stratford Spartans. It's got our brand new look and feel that you can probably see around me now, and we have 36 froyotech high-spec PCs for you guys to play on. We've gone for a really big epic entryway in the community area, so somewhere you guys can hang out and chill out.
I think the decor is great. I think the design has done a fantastic job. It suits gaming absolutely perfectly. The neon lights are great.
It's really kind of high-end. It's got a really nice, calming atmosphere to it as well. Like, it all just feels very, very friendly and very open.
It's really fantastic just to be able to see some friends here and watch everything come together, because every single Belong is like a bit of a family. And so watching the family here at Stratford evolve is fantastic.
I've been to quite a few of these arenas, and this one is just massive. It's huge. You could finish playing, and then I could take my team and go and sit down, and we can have a drink and a laugh and a chat. It becomes much more of a social thing as well as being a gaming experience. Like, everyone I've spoken to is quite amazed by it.
So it's been an exciting day getting Belong Gaming Arena Stratford ready for you. Bid's open today. Come down and join us and join the Stratford Spartans.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Grumpy Coy, and I'm here with my boys, Ombrak and Epley, after such an electric ending to a map. Oh, so 1 second left on that cap time. It was just, goosebumps.
Like, I literally can't believe how close that was. Like, I grabbed Ombrak, like, you know, we're kind of getting ready to get on the sofa. We're just kind of sitting right on the edge, like, is this going golden cap? You know, where's this going? And, you know, Ombrak said to me, he was like, you know, it's like 16 seconds. They got to go. They got to go. They got to go. And you're thinking, is it possible? Can it be done? And it's just like, I don't know. Like, I need to just take a few seconds, like, to process it. That was incredible.
Yeah, I can't even describe the feeling. Just waiting for it. I was expecting it just to go to that golden cap, and you know, us have to wait and things fiddle out, because News's prediction was to the golden cap, and it actually ended up with it just fizzling out with Se7en taking the map, and that's a map apiece, 2 maps apiece now. So we're actually going to be able to see onto the 5th and final map, which is Sunshine. But let's just quickly have a look at some logs that we've got up. We're going to turn around, have a look. You guys talk, help my very, very sore voice. Tell me what you see, Epley.
I mean, one of the first things, we're seeing Tiger toggle back on again, you know? Yeah, 17 frags isn't a huge amount, but he's starting to get activated again, you know? It isn't the same performances we're seeing before, but it's starting to get pretty good, but still not quite on the level of Arak. Arak, 23 for 10. We saw some nutty play from him, and, I mean, to look at these logs, these don't look like the logs of a game where Se7en win.
I think the player that struck me the most was Ams. The impact he has, like, his KD doesn't really show good for himself, like going 12 or 18, but I mean, all of his plays were so amazing. I think like he struggled maybe a bit in the previous maps, but oh boy, here he completely turned up. And I can remember at some point he tries to jump Cookie Jakes on the yard, and I think Cookie Jake at the back of his mind is thinking, well, on the previous maps he didn't hit the rocket, so maybe he's not going to hit it now. But Ams, when he has to hit that direct, he just hits it. And I feel like if there's one because you can see the logs on the damage, everybody on Se7en is beneath froyotech, but Ams, even though his ratio isn't really good, and completely amazing game.
I can completely agree with that. Ams has been an absolute powerhouse in that game, and it kind of shows how Granary kind of played out. It was a game of the soldiers. Starkey doing a little bit of work with some of his off-classing, as well as just trying to get into good positions where he could. And we saw some really weird wall bugs out of him, kind of bringing that jumper main mentality. But it was really interesting. I think we can't, you know, not talk about the Froyo players, especially Habib. Extremely consistent demo. And I think he showed up, as he has through the entire LAN, on that map. And some of the traps he put out just caught so many Se7en players off guard, and it was so difficult for them to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at these logs, the main thing you're seeing is the stylistic differences between the team. We saw a lot of repushes, a lot of refights from froyotech, you know, situations where, yeah, they'd lose Cookie Jake, but, you know, even with Se7en having this uber advantage, they'd be walking back in, they'd be taking some fights, they'd be dealing really, really good damage, they'd be getting some frags. But that's not really how Se7en does things. Se7en doesn't go so much for these refights. They play all about the uber game, and that's kind of seen by Adiski's 5 deaths to Cookie Jake 7. Obviously, both really low for a map like Granary, but I think the biggest thing to take away is, yeah, you know, Froyo is playing more aggressive. They're playing more around the damage and the frags, but Se7en's uber game, you know, playing around those ubers, it's at least equal on almost every map, other than obviously Viaduct we saw, and on this map, it was just enough to clutch it out.
Yeah, after being so aggressed by Froyo on product, it's as if Se7en went on Granary thinking about how it's going to happen on the long run. They got sometimes kind of on the weak side, on the back foot when they got pushed by froyotech, but they decided to take it slow no matter what. Even though there was not that much time to come back, they decided to just stay true to the way they play, not rush things in, and to rely on the play from their playmaker like Amson, or we thought as well Starkey. He's played Medic for like all the series so far. He comes on Roamer. I think he dropped Cookie Jake at once, maybe even twice, if I'm not mistaken. So I think Starkey and Ams were so amazing on this map because Granary is such a soldier-heavy map as well. The scouts, it's really hard for scouts to turn up and do good. And I think we really need to praise Starkey because he didn't play Roma that much on that land, but we had to play Roma. He played out perfectly.
Yeah, he played very, very well. But one thing I actually want to talk about, and this is more towards you, Ombrak, is I think you'll agree with me. Adiski did not have a bad game on Medic at all. I felt like he actually kind of showed his colours, so to speak, on the roll. And there was some good movements, some good decision-making, a little bit of inconsistency here and there, but all in all, during that map, he played very solidly.
Yeah, he played that game very cautiously. Maybe, again, as it's the same for Starkey, he didn't play that much during that round, so he needed to play kind of cautiously so he didn't die for no reason. There was one point where he got jumped by both W and Yoms on mid, and he kept the Uber even though he was 20 HP, so great composure from him considering all the circumstances around him playing medic. So that was a decent game from him. Maybe sometimes being too playing that cautiously, maybe being too behind the rest of his team. That can hurt at some point, but the way they play was really good.
Okay. So yeah, I think that was a really, really good map. We've done a really, really good job. But yeah, the boys in Se7en are back. They're back in their seats. We're going to be seeing some more TF2 shortly, but we're going to be going on to Sunshine. So let's have a little chat about Sunshine and how you think these guys are going to perform. Really, like we've mentioned it before. Sunshine is played very, very commonly in NA, not so much in EU. Like going into this, what's your initial thoughts, Epley?
I mean, yeah, it's been played more recently in America, but it's not an unknown quantity for Europe at all. It's been seen, it's been done. We've seen Se7en pound other teams across Europe. Maybe not froyotech, in other tournaments, but it's not completely unknown. And there's no way that Se7en, I mean, if Se7en was that bad at it, they would have, at least considered banning it. And as far as I'm aware, they haven't, So I don't think it's going to be a case of just because froyotech's played it more recently, they're going to be, much stronger at it. I think Se7en's going to be as prepared for Sunshine as they would be any of these other 4 maps.
Yeah, no, I think that's a very good point. And from there with Sunshine, so I feel like this map kind of does like to favour the player advantage style of play that kind of froyotech do. I feel like it's all down to Se7en kind of making the right plays when they need to. So Ombrak, going into this, like, how can you see it kind of playing out? Do you feel like it's going to be really quick rounds, or are we going to see the really tight series we've had so far?
What I can understand so far is that I don't think Benny is really happy with how things turns out to become. Like losing Granary at 1 second on the clock, knowing Benny, that must have really pissed him off. Like really, I think there's no other words for that. And knowing the guy, how he's competitive as a player, I think he's just told his team, they all stayed at their desk, and I think Benny had a little team talk saying they need to come back as strong as ever because they need to show that, yeah, maybe they lost the map at the last second, but they're still the powerhouse, they're still the favorite to their eyes. And knowing Benny, I wouldn't be surprised to see full aggression on the first mid. And Yoms has had an amazing series so far, even though that wasn't maybe as good on Granary as on the other maps, but I feel like the Sunshine middle is really soldier heavy, kind of like Granary, and I feel like Yoms and W have been really good on this land, and they really will be the leading force for Froyo on the mid, and maybe leading to some quick rounds if they manage to overwhelm Se7en at the start of the rounds.
Yeah, I do think also just kind of building on that. I think Bunny's mentality right now is I'm going to control the pace. Don't give it to Cadus, don't give it to Cadus. Because when Cadus gets control of that pace, we've mentioned it so much during the series, it's it's really hard to deal with Se7en when they have that control. And I think that's one thing that Fanny's going to kind of be focused on is bring that aggression in, stop Se7en, playing their game, and let's play the froyotech game, especially on Sunshine.
Yeah, I think that mentality is really that kind of mental reset, that kind of, getting yourself back into, okay, yeah, we lost that right at the last minute, but, this is a new map, this is us, this is effectively just a best of one now. And I think, froyotech it's the highest earning TF2 team to have ever existed, right? They've won so many seasons of Invite, if there's a team which is really going to be considered like the most professional team in TF2, it's froyotech, but at the same time, they're not used to losing at all. Before this loss to Se7en in the group stages, I don't think they'd lost for about a year, basically. All they do is just win in America, but maybe, these kind of losses on this big stage in front of this audience, it might be a little bit too much. It might start to kind of crack their, seemingly uncrackable kind of mentality.
I feel like froyotech need to just kind of, like you said, treat this as a best of one. So not bother too much about what's already happened, because it is going to frustrate Banny, like we mentioned. It is going to make him uncomfortable. So, they just need to go into this, forget everything that happened before, and just go as aggressive as possible and take full control.
And I think you equally mentioned this is TF2 rivalry at its peak. I don't think there's ever been two figures in the game that have been such, like, I don't want to say enemies, because this is the game and we're all friendly and all, but these are this is the most important figure in the NA scene against the most important figure in the EU scene, and this is like there are rumors about maybe Se7en stop playing after this LAN or stuff. So this is legit now or never for both of the players.
I feel like it's more of a mutual respect than anything else. Like, they both know that they're top of their games. So if they don't have, like, what they need to just take away from this is they've brought it so close and they've given us such a good series so far. Like, it was mentioned before that sometimes when we come to I-Series, it can be a 3-0 at the end. Like, all of the group stages and some of the round stuff, it's really close. And then when it gets to the final, it's just a wipe one side.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to get that almost I-58 feel of, like, it being so close. And we're going to see some really good TF2 from here. So let's go. I think shall we go to predictions production? I think that might be good. I'm going to go anyway. I'm not going to wait for a whisper in my ear. What do you think, Ombrak? Do you think Se7en are going to take it, or do you think Froyo got it?
It's really, really hard to tell. I think we're in for a long night. I don't know what the time is. I don't care. And they can go as far as they want. I don't know. I don't care who's going to win. I know, knowing the finals we had so far, I know TF2 won tonight. Like, it's a really, really amazing finals. We dreamt up such a finals for, 2 or 3 years now, maybe. So, like, honestly, whoever wins, I don't care. I just want to see big plays.
Okay. And equally, I've got two predictions. Prediction number 1, obviously the game, and prediction number 2, am I ever going to get my voice back?
I think you may eventually, after some rest, recuperation, and some cold drinks, you may get your drink back. In terms of the game, I think it's going to be another really, really close map, but from my point of view, I think there might just be one team which is ever so slightly going to take the edge.
We are a non-biased organization here at Essentials.tf. We do not stand by Epley's decision, but I think we should go to some non-biased casters in the form of Warhoya and Kermit to bring us this 5th and final match for I-Series. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll pass it over to our casters.
Fun fact, my parents had triplets, and that was me, Ombrak, and Grumpy Koi. We've been separated birth ever since, but we meet up once a year for I-Series. Just found out now. But anyway.
Not at Christmas, no other thing.
No, just the I-Series. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the old, well, sad. I obviously got the short straw.
Yeah, like if you're triplets, but somehow you look just that much older than the other two.
But yeah, significantly older than the other two.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works, but
It's just
But I'll
poor,
believe it.
poor genetics, if I'm honest.
But their genetics are fine.
But they're genetic. Look, maybe I wore a hat when I was younger a lot of the time. Anyway, we've got what we wanted. We got what we wanted.
Yep.
We've got a game 5.
Yep.
It's
A repeat of last night. Dota.
Dota 2 and
Enough of that.
Yep, 7.
Sunshine. We remember the last map. That's the only map I could ever really remember.
Oh, you know
And
what?
regardless of what ePlay said about one team, 7 having an edge, I don't know where that really came from. You know, they are the European team. You'd like to be, you know, supporting the home side, but Fro definitely have the edge on Sunshine.
I think
I'm pretty sure they played it this season.
we kind of shot ourselves in the foot by putting Sunshine in the map pool, despite Europe not playing it for a long amount of time. So whoever was behind that choice, please don't come
But
back.
then I don't know
next
what would be the other choice if not Sunshine.
year. Cardinal, something to give us the advantage.
But then Banny helped design the map.
Obscure then. There we go. So anyway, we've got a game 5. It is going to be Sunshine. It's obviously an NA favoured map because they regularly play this, and I don't think anybody in Europe has played it for the last 6 months unless they've been playing pugs. So unless they've been using that as a form of practice, it's going to be very difficult.
Very doubtful.
It'll be interesting to see what the lineup from 7 are going to be, if they're going to swap around Adiski and Stark again.
Because I was saying to people just in the break there, like way back, I think it was on Nerd Rage. I don't know what season. It was Zebo and Stark. I think like Stark was Scout all the time, Zebo Roamer. But when it came to Sunshine, Stark would go on Roamer and Zebo would go on to Scout. So I don't know if we'll maybe see something similar if Stark's just that good at Sunshine.
I mean, Stark from that Granary performance was pretty meaty.
He didn't even show up in the logs that hard, but it was just like the actual plays themselves, like the space that the drop onto Cookie Jake and just the attention that like he diverted onto himself.
Yeah, it's it'd be interesting.
Yeah,
obviously not to take anything away from the Disky.
Yeah,
because you know it's
he has done very well. All then
he has done very well, and on and offline he's very good offline as well. But I believe I hear the rollouts happening, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise! It's game 5. 7 versus froyotech. The final map is going the distance. Will my voice make it? I have no idea, but who cares? There's going to be a jump going in from Garbu. Clear by was just a distraction. Yomps was a real... Oh, shotgun!
Bust out.
Hello! Bringing out the gimmicks, are we? And it's going to be...
down to Ams in the corner.
Yeah, this could actually be a mid
for
froyotech. Stark. Oh, they're going to get pincered.
Well.
Thalash, it's Stark and Thalash. They really have to come out with all the Stark. Stark does die. Thalash does follow. And that is going to be the first mid of Sunshine going the way of froyotech.
Yeah. Ams did manage to pick up Habib and Cookie Jake in the corner next to Tetris there, so it is not a huge advantage for Froyo, about 10%. So that's definitely... Actually, it looks like... Oh, wait, nope, I'm looking at... Getting confused. I was thinking that all of 7 were way too far forward. Yomps going in for Stark does not find anything.
I imagine that maybe Yomps was behind because it looked like he went with the shut door open. But who knows? Anyway, that's in the past. The present is now. The Ubers are somewhat equal at this point. There's not much between them. What do you think the play will be?
Lots of times, like, well, I don't know if it was just my team where we got it from last season, where you just have your demo spam over. I'm not sure where Stark is standing here. He is probably just, he's just next to the lighthouse. Like, Habib just spams some stickies over. If he gets any damage onto Stark, he can just like send a soldier through and get the force. But it looks like they just want to go for the exchange.
Fanny wants in, and he's going to get it. And look at that, just flexing the muscles. They're just going for it. Oh, Cookie Jake kind of went in a bit too deep. He has had to force his Uber. The Uber comes back in return. Kendis gets the frag. Fanny does take out Tiger, but Habib is kind of caught short, but he's coming out of the pipes. He's coming out of the damage, and he's actually being successful. He is still alive. It's going to be Thalash, Habib, and Cookie Jake are going to be the last survivors from this. 7 do have the player advantage.
See, Habib's not had time to set up any of his traps either yet, so they're not quite locked out entirely. Adiski jumps through with only 100 HP. This is over stickies.
Oh, catches a pipe. I'm not quite sure what Stark was doing so far out.
This is going to be risky here, and Stark's going to have to regen up.
Yep. So Banny,
Still pretty much even Ubers here. About 10% difference.
oh, again as well, right? froyotech, no one moved from their seats.
Yeah, during the break, they all
Do you
just
think
sat there.
Banny has chained them down?
It's very possible.
They're always giving them all the
Are we
deaths
sure
there
they're here?
individually.
Yeah. Hopefully they're not here against their own will.
Yeah, I hope none of them are soiling.
Not sure what that rocket was then from Yobs.
Yep, so looks like there was I saw both soldiers from Se7en just sort of fly in unison. I'm not quite, maybe it was just a display of military. Tiger does pick up Arak, who looked like he managed to get him behind.
Yeah, he was just in lobby there.
As I
lag
believe
comes out. A pause?
this is a pause thinking face.
Se7en want the pause, the Lash and Adiski asking for it.
I wonder what it could, is it a tactical pause?
Could be a tactical pause under the guise of a technical pause. Let's see, are any of them... none of them have left their seats. They are still all seated.
In a few other esports,
Possibly a
it is
tactical
actually quite common for there to be a technical pause.
Yeah.
In quotations.
Issue with their mouse.
Yeah, and it might not be one of them. Well, it might actually be one of them.
It's definitely
we'll see.
possible. But I now have actually forgotten the situation that we paused in. I think we've just seen Khabib in, Flower, and Ty just coming out of lobby.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of the Uber sitch.
It's even. Wow.
Oh yeah, it was even because I said it was like 10% Uber advantage for Se7en.
They are on
basically
7 seconds. Oh, and we're back in, and Ams kills himself as maybe a form of respect or an apology for that pause. Only he will know, although it might have actually just been bombing in whilst that was going on. Anyway.
And that would be very unfortunate if he like had issues mid-air.
Yeah, that's true. Adiski is going to be holding flowers. Obviously, they've not gone for the swapping of the gamers this time around.
Adiski and Romer. I guess Adiski does play a lot more pickups and starts.
Oh, hello, Garbuglo has found his way in. But, going around that lighthouse. Oh, hello, Adiski's going to go in as well. Nothing successful either. Yomps with the meat shots of the shotgun.
Yeah, that's something I was like very surprised. I'm guessing the scout wasn't right on mid
Banny, fine. He's a bit disconnected as Yomps does die trying to help everyone. Blackaders doesn't see Banny going back in, but Banny just walks out and going in on the bomb, but is unfortunate with that first rocket. Just kind of misjudged where Cookie Jake was going.
That was very close again. I think that we can. I think, well, maybe if we see one more bomb or a pro, you might just go. They do this a lot. If suicide still work, they just push.
Yeah, I do like that aggression from Ams, though. Oh, hello, Big. This is Arak and Garbuglia going down, so that is the flank completely ruined and taken out. And it looked like a Big was pretty low as well. The bomb coming in. Cookie Jake gets the force off. Banny does collect the frags. Oh, hello, Banny, launched in. This could actually be a bit difficult. Does it hit a knee? Oh, my days!
Rob on the start.
He hits those. Oh, wow. That is no one to blame. That is just Banny being a beast and dropping Stark. Oh, dear, that is a tick emoji. And Banny throws out the meat shot.
Shout out to Carnage. Let's see, we've got a 14% advantage here for Cookie Jake. They'll probably just use the Uber. They'll use that advantage and maybe just bomb Khabib in top right, and they'll just take the whole Uber top right basically and just take control of the high ground and just spam out Se7en.
Tiger's going to be the sniper for this one. They do have Adiski on the Putis. They have Dalash on the engineer.
I think it's probably better watching the left-hand side where the Ubers usually come from.
I like what Adiski is doing with the Poo, not making himself known or seen until maybe the last moment. They are going to go in. The Uber comes through early. Oh, Stark does create what a good shot by Yobs, absolutely destroying Stark. And Adiski finally rearing his Putis head and he's trying to batter down Abs. Does get the drop onto Cookie Jake. So there is out hills on both sides. They're saving great. Oh, Yobs! Oh, Yobs! Oh, my days! Oh, wow!
That's a meat shot.
That is, yeah. That, Jesus Christ, that was meaty.
Yeah, I don't think anyone from Se7en was really prepared for the fact that a lot of times you do see still the shotgun getting run in NA. That's a yikes.
That is a Muma and a half. That is, he's going to be going through Cafe. Cadus is going to be making his way forward. I don't know if they're going to pick a side here. This is kind of the difficult part with Sunshine. It looks like they are going to go through the right Tetris. Both teams I just get good positioning. Oh, so 5 HP on Cookie Jake. He just needs to be kissed, and he finally got it. Ams get the frag. He does pay for his life, and it is going to be 3 left alive on 7, and they are going to leave, although it looks like Cadus might want to stay in.
This is far too aggressive, with they've only got 2 combat classes against 4.
It looks like it might be a case of when they kind of thought maybe they were going to be flanked or something, so they just wanted to stay in the position, bubble up, and then move forward when they're actually more. And the attempt to go in, hopefully without using the Uber. Arik does get Tiger, and the Uber has been popped. That scout looks like he's going to say, Kane is doing some big damage in his own cafe. Is he going to be able to pick up what I think is Yoms? Yoms is just going to go behind. He does get the kit as well, 23 HP. He's dragging and taking the attention of so many players. Ams does get the frag on him. But whilst this was going on, so many of his teammates do die, but they are going to get another frag with Garbuglo. Cookie Jacobs on 78 HP. There's so many good arrows coming in from both medics, but it's just going to be Stark left alive. Tiger has now arrived. He does get smacked with a pipe. Tiger with the meat shots. Does take out Headbeam.
Stark just, I think, just going huge with the arrows. Just so much healing coming out there. Some would say the looks like a bit too strong.
They might have to give this up as Cookie Jake's going to get Uber. Banny wants the beam. Banny's got the beam. He's juiced up. He's going to go through. Is he going to keep on going? Does look like they can be stopped. Is he going to get juggled in lobby?
Yeah. Not sure who that was that juggled, though, if it was Cadus or Ams, but they just completely denied the scouts from actually getting in. The last just holding W against Banny here as well.
They just want to be so aggressive. They do get Yoms, but unfortunate. The arrow was not fast enough. Arik does get out of there scot-free. There is a player down on each side, and it looks like they just want to go for this. Cadus, though, disconnected from his team. He is going to get cleaned up, but there is a soldier going behind his guard. Bugler, his own 42 HP. He's going to get picked up. There is going to be 3 left alive.
Yeah, everyone from 7 really went back for that there. I don't know if they'll go. It looks like they are going for second.
It is what they're going to get.
Try and stack though, just to get the cap as quickly as possible, so Froyo can't get them when they're all clumped up.
They should get second very comfortably, but Froyo. Oh wow, that was
perfect. We got to see him place it on the stream.
Yeah,
like just knowing someone's going to bomb round choke to try and get onto Cookie Jake.
Honestly, he's probably like the man of the series so far. Win or lose, this guy is having an absolute blinder of a game. And froyotech, with that advantage, are going to go through to the left side. Tigers headshots with Sniper is unsuccessful. They are going to get around. They do pick up Stark and Cade as the poo. The poo comes out. They're going to shoot the poo, but the poo is going to keep on shooting himself. The soldiers are going to bomb through. They're going to pick up the frag. It's just going to be him, and it's going to be Tiger left alive. He has to do everything himself, and he's not able to. It is 2-0 for froyotech in the final map.
That was such a nice push from Froyo again. Like, it just seems clear really that they have so much more of an idea of what they're wanting to do on the map and how to go about doing it. Especially because I don't think Froyo 7 have played Sunshine at all with this roster, especially with Stark.
Taylor's getting the better of Habib, leaving him on 69, and it looks like the reinforcements are going to go through choke. The Tetris is going to be focused on both sides of these teams and just going to square each other up. Am's going to be on the first move. He does wait, and he doesn't wait for a buff. He's going to get on Cookie Jake. He's not able to connect on the final rocket. He does get taken down, and it's going to be Stark. He is still alive. He's on 50 HP, but they have literally changed sides. This is not the best situation. Tiger is doing a lot of damage onto Banny in their Tetris, but whilst that is going on, Habib gets a pipe onto Stark, and there is so much damage coming from this man. It's just Tiger left alive.
Habib with a 4K.
They did get Cookie Jake, so the Ubers will be even, but
Habib just is dominating, really.
One thing that I think is just kind of, again, it's throwing in the soldiers from 7 to make them do all the plays. Ams was literally jumping on like 150 HP. It's like, what do you expect this person to do when you don't give him anything to work with?
Yeah, I don't know if he'd like already bombed maybe and then went in again, or if he just got destroyed by someone and then well, like this trap on the left from Habib. It's a very old one though. Everyone should really know to check that. Hopefully no one dies to it, especially now that I've said it.
Yeah, there's actually a small advantage from 7.
Okay, just took 80 from that sticky trap there. Se7en they're trying to work their way in here. They know they're close to Uber.
And it's, again, it's just going to be players squaring up, but the burden is on Se7en to push, and push they will. They've opened that door. They are going through, but they've only gotten 2 frags. 2 players down, giving up a point, but keeping your Uber, that's well worth it for froyotech. They will push on anything that they are given. They're going to wait for the respawns.
Yeah, sometimes they, like Banny just seems to be too keen on pushing, they'll just go without waiting on the spawns properly. But with how much work Habib has been doing this whole series, this whole LAN,
it looks like they were doing just that, and they were getting kind of thrown into the meat grinder.
Okay, this is chucking down those iron bomber rollers.
Se7en have a very, very good position. If froyotech want to go, they might have to Uber. Banny is very, very low. Is getting the beam again. Garbuglio focuses up top. Is dropped down Cadus with a sticky trap. Does take it down, but there's a double soldier backhand. This is going to force the fight from Froyo. They are going to go back to it, and both of the soldiers are going to leave. Ams does unfortunately go, I guess, aggressive and does get cleaned up. This is a very, very good play. During that, they were able to get their Uber back up to full. So again, the fight has been equalised.
He's behind. He's getting in onto Cookage and gets the force.
Nice. So they do get the Uber pop. They just need to get the players out. I imagine we'll see Banny maybe go aggressive fight. It's just him alone at the moment. He seems to be caught short by his team. Habib now just follow up. Tiger does get a pick onto Arik.
Start
up in the air. Oh, baby! Absolutely destroys Cadus, sorry. And Ams does finish off the frag, but that has been once again completely turned around by froyotech.
I think it was Yomps got the drop onto Stark as well on the back lines for all that. So it's going to be a 60 add here for froyotech.
Yomps is absolutely owning with a shot.
Yeah.
As Vinny the boss used to say, shotty boom body. He is...
Yeah, that's such a nice rocket.
Yeah. This, oh man, they're so lethal in these fights.
Forward. It's a really awkward spawn to snipe out of though, unless like, if they go choke, it's useless, so they go flower or they end up using early.
Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. That must not have been cool, but the Uber is popped anyway. Oh, Ams. Oh, if only there wasn't a wall there, that would have definitely been a frag. But whilst that was going on, everybody on his team dies. I mean, that's going a 6-man sack to try and force 1 medic is not the best thing to do. And everybody just seems so lost and maybe discoordinated on this map. And
yeah, I think the inexperience in the maps really kind of showing through now. We've got another pause.
This is going to be a tactical.
Yeah, definitely. 3 rounds down, 15 minutes in.
They are rolling out. Left. They're rolling out the map of Sunshine on the table, and they are going to move their pieces.
Yep.
Get the protractor out.
Yep.
What do you think they need to do differently, apart from do better?
That's a good start. That is a good start. I think their mids have been kind of messy, where, as you said, it's like Ams bombing without even getting a buff or anything. I think like they just need to play better together as a team. Really, like, just need to play more together. I don't know if it's like in the comms or what. Let's see. It looks like Cadus is giving a bit of a team talk there. Unfortunately, I'm not a lip reader. I'm not sure what he's saying. Probably saying, "Right, lads, you know, let's do something."
Right, Adisky. I know it's past your bedtime, but you really need to start stepping up.
Yep, it is getting quite late. Time is ticking on.
Oh, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and to think we were meant to start this at 8 p.m.
Oof. Damn. Yep. Thanks, Counter-Strike. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, Froyo dominating, Habib farming, Yomps going big as well. That I'm very curious to see in the logs how many shotgun frags he's actually gotten.
There's been like a few times where a TLR I-58 where he ran shotgun and it never really paid off. Like he'd maybe get about 200 damage in like a 30-minute.
But like Yomps is doing it right. He's like hitting a fat rocket, but instead of going for any air shot, he's just falling up with a shotgun. I think Paddy used to be really good at that as well. I think that was again maybe I-58, and he was like doing it perfectly.
It's a very, very tall order, being 3-0 behind. You know, miracles can happen. I remember it was Broder versus Team Immunity at I-46. On Granary, they were 4-0 behind and they turned it back.
immunity?
Yeah. And Se7en are going to need to have this turn back as well, so they're going to need help from the crowd as we go into the fourth mid. There's 15 minutes remaining for Se7en to climb this mountain, and they are pulling out the EU gimmicks this time around. They're going to try and throw everything in the kitchen sink, and it's going to be a big bomb from Ants. Oh, and he craters. Oh no, Disky does get a frag on it. Both soldiers are down and being thrown in. There's going to be a lot of congregation of Se7en players around Flowers. Cadence does fall down, so that's a crit target gone down. Tiger does, oh, that's another nice meat shot, I think. Well, it looks like he should have hit anyway, but Stark does get out and is alive.
Crits, yeah. That's the gimmicks that they were looking for, but Cookie Jake is dead. This is a huge advantage here. They could just go out and crit straight away, but hopefully they'd rather hold on to it and wait until they can get a pick on it.
My thought is that if you have a crit, do you even bother to send 2 soldiers in the mid? But anyway, I guess that was the call. That's the play. Arms with a nice crispy direct onto Arik. Stops this cap. Now, this is going to be a problem because I think we might just see everybody from froyotech just book it behind Se7en.
Oh no, there's someone running towards that sticky trap from Habib.
This could be dirty. This could be filthy. They need to come up with a miracle. Will it happen? Oh, their crits are so good. So much damage. If it does, so they do get 3 frags. So they are able to turn this around. They get 4. So this is Arik. Cookie take out his ski. Oh my God, he almost gets it. Oh. What a voice crack.
Going for that air shot. I can respect going for that, not the safe shot when he landed. It's what, 60%, but Stark will be catching up with the crit streak pretty soon.
Sounded like a 13-year-old boy then. Anyway.
So yeah, Disky's up in 3, Tiger's up in 12. Yeah, I think this is probably going to take this back, but they must. It is possible that Stark could have, as far as they're aware, picked up the. Oh no, they didn't die. They couldn't have picked up, switched to an Uber.
That is true, but it's going to be
going to go Flower,
Uber versus crits, not the most favourable situation for any damn man because you're literally just going to force.
Stark hit the arrow team.
This is it.
That was so close.
And they know it.
Yep,
Froyo know it. They know that they're going to have a good advantage if they actually go in. They can't, obviously suffer to this crits creek. But it looks like they're just going to play it a bit patient. Yomso making his way through Cafe. He's going to be meeting up with Ams, who does get taken out. The Uber is forced early. They're going to hopefully try and get these gamers out if they want to go back in. But there's so much vision. They're going to know where they're going to come from. This, again, is going to have to be a fatty. But without the players, they can't act on it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the players are. They just wait in the spawns, send in possibly both soldiers for Se7en as a distraction and then crits, or they just want to go straight crits in.
Cookie Jake is holding a position that says to me, we have no idea, or it says to me that when you crits on us, we will absolutely muller you. They will just jump forward. Adisky, the crits, comes out through Cafe, but it's unsuccessful as yet. 2 players do get cleaned up. Adisky's going to go bombing in. This is the saving grace. He's not going to be able to connect with the final rocket. And it's a good job we weren't looking at the crits because it seemed like nothing happened anyway. Oh, Cadus does destroy a bid for going too aggressive.
Looks like they're just going to go under. Vanny's going to take this Uber.
This is just like what they did against Swift on Process. They are going to be so aggressive. They take out Stark. Whilst that is going on, the team does clean up on second. Vanny is left. Oh, Thalash with the meat shots coming through.
Huge flank.
Tiger as well, but he's so far away. Oh, that is so fortunate. 37 HP. It is 4-0 to froyotech. As it stands,
this is the match point.
I feel
series point.
Se7en will have to do the impossible to come back into this.
Stark has gone back onto Uber now, so no more gimmick crits. I feel he probably should have switched off earlier.
Oh, Habib just absolutely destroys the Disky, going aggressive. There's so much ground to cover. Oh, Am's going to go in as well. Cookie Jake does fall, so they do get the frag. The heals are in their favour. There is just a medigun for Stark as well, but Yoms, oh my goodness, he's absolutely mullering these nerds. Stark's going to go down as well. And
they're
an
just gone.
absolute rout. Oh, Banny with the smack talk, true desperation, do something, think long and hard about it.
Just building up the Uber now with Cookie Jake running on their way to mid.
I think a Banny versus Tiger boxing match would have been better than KSI and Jake Paul.
Quite possibly.
It would have been real anyway.
Yeah, Se7en are just going in.
Yeah,
they have to push.
They have to go for it, and they are going to bring the fight to Froyo.
All of Froyo are in choke.
Oh, they're going into the meat grinder. Cookie Jake though, 54 HP. Stark does die the flank as well. The back cap is going to be the play for Se7en, but is it going to be enough? Arik is going to be on second. Dalash has to do something. He has to try and stop this. He is not successful, and he loses the 1v1. It's just going to be Tiger on last. It's him for 3 seconds. He has to win this. He does. He keeps his team in it. They're literally hanging by a thread, but there is an uber advantage for froyotech. This could be it. This could be the moment. This could be over. Tiger does try and do his best to distract the attention. He does do a good job of doing so, but Stark is going to be cut off by the seconds in forward spawn. There is no point play present from froyotech. They are now going to just clean up the frags. They are going to play the point. Adiski does dive onto it. Cookie Jake. Oh, meaty from Adiski. Just going to be Stark left alive. They're going to cap it. Froyotech.
Game.
We ain't no bars here. Everyone give them a round of applause. They give us the final that we wanted anyway. They won it convincingly.
Habib, we were saying Habib throughout the series was the MVP, but Yomps just absolutely stomped on Sunshine there.
Honestly, Habib was like
unstoppable.
He was so good at every single map, I feel.
Yeah.
Like Yomps with a very close second on that MVP.
Literally just equipping the shotgun and just turning into an absolute beast.
It's so soul destroying. I mean, every man, get him in the shot.
And the last map being a 5-0 as well. Like, from so many good close maps, even at the Golden Cap.
I hate to say it, but I called it. But
I think everyone kind of was sure that Sunshine would go Froyo's way if we got this far in the series.
I mean, Froyo are going to be happy.
Yeah.
But who gives a shit? I mean, everyone had fun. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. We got the main stage. Everyone's here. It's what LAN's really about. Congratulations to froyotech. Give them a round of applause still.
That's the spirit. Now I think what everyone would like to do is have a quick look at the logs.
I mean, we got what we wanted. We wanted like a really good best of 5, and it had everything. There was so many sick plays.
The only thing I don't think there was any big snipes. We got Stark in the spy play. We got Stark in the roamer. Adiski got that. He did get that.
Maybe we should make it a best of 7, just to fit them in.
Yeah, we'll add in Cardinal.
Yeah,
something else.
Just for us. Yeah, and. But maybe the non-sunshine ban from Se7en maybe might have been looming over the head and could have maybe been one that was.
I can't remember what they actually. This is a dangerous game to play. What they actually did ban.
This is testing our knowledge.
Froyo that banned Badlands.
Yeah.
But I can't even remember what the
Snake Water.
That was nice.
I feel like they could have done better on Snake Water.
Yeah, I feel like if they just Sunshine. I wonder if they just thought that Snake might. Froyo might ban it, maybe.
But regardless, it's all done. It's all dusted. Any shout outs, Kermit, before we go?
Shout out to the Mumble crew, you know who you are, and to Stephen, TF2, safe lad.
Shout out to my Discord peeps that are here. Shout out to my fiance, I love you very much. And shout out to all the fans. I mean, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. We're still here.
Thank you all.
So give yourself a round of applause. And over to you, Turbo Tabs, and my long lost brother.
All right, guys. Whoa. Where are you going? Where are you going? There's so much stuff we need to talk about. Yes, I need your full attention. Okay, we've still got a video. We've still got to see them holding a plastic check, and I've got
photos.
A little tippet. Oh yeah, and we've got the photo as well. The massive community photo, which will be happening after the end credits of this entire LAN. Okay, well, the entire LAN, the entire video that kind of encapsulates the LAN. So before you can go anywhere, you need to stick around for that. Also, we've got to kind of see off that, Froyo take our lovely pounds. So, who doesn't enjoy that? And also, I want to announce that people, when an I-Series sort of finished, TF2 kind of goes into a little slump, a little sort of depression maybe, because everyone's like, oh man, is TF2 going to be around for next year? Is it going to do this? Is it going to do that? Well, just to kind of keep you guys going for maybe just a little bit longer, maybe have a quick look at the TFTV Twitter. That's all I'm saying. Just have a quick glance, see if there's anything special on there, Other than that, I want to give a quick shout out to everybody who's attended this LAN. Every one of you, whether or not you're in Twitch chat, whether or not you're here in the audience, whether or not you're a player, just a spectator, just a casual viewer, maybe even just working the stand at Subway and quickly sneaking some looks. Yeah, I noticed you guys back there watching TF2. Other than that, a big shout out to you, because every person does their part.
What a series.
Oh my God.
You can tell by my voice, I've been screaming. It's been an absolutely amazing I-Series. One of the closest finals we've had in a long while. And I'm just so happy. It's been such an amazing event. We've had a lot of unity, a lot of people kind of coming in, being a part of the fun. And you know what? The NA boys did so well. And I think they deserve this championship on I-Series. And I think we'll be presenting them with something soon.
Yeah, we've got the big fat checks right here. Here. We've got second place right here. I'll let you hold on to that, Comfy. We have got first place now. I do see Se7en, some are Se7s all around. But I think I can see all the froyotech now. So what we'll do is we'll get Se7en out of the way, get that second place, because they made this game like the closest grand finals I've ever seen in like the 9 years I've seen of I-Series events, and that's got to be congratulated with not just money but just applause as well.
Yeah, it's just
I'm gonna go up to them. I'm gonna start pushing them. Come on, guys, we've got some money to give you. I know you're feeling a bit shitty, but I swear to God, some money will make you feel better, won't it, AMS? Come on, get to the stage. Come to the middle.
Flash.
Everyone wants to see you. Come on. The crowd loves you. They need you. Se7en.
Here you go, boys.
Guys. Amazing. Come here, Flash. Come on. Get in this shot. Right. You guys played some of the greatest TF2 I've seen in an I-Series. That was amazing to watch. And you shouldn't be upset with yourself today, because that was brilliant. Absolutely perfect. And honestly, hard luck. Yes. Finally, we got the money shot. It's Team 7. Well done, guys. Now, I do love you, Se7en, but I'm going to have to say goodbye as well, because we've got one more check to give out. And yeah, I'm just going to have to shoo you off. Yes, I'm cold like that. All right, I'm heading over to the NA people, our champions. Guys, it's time to collect your money. Let's go to the front.
No, it's not about the money.
Sorry, Eric, am I stopping you playing your mobile game? Do you not want the money?
Is he playing Hearthstone right now or something?
I think he was playing like poker or something.
Oh, okay.
This guy's all about the money. All right, guys.
Come on, everyone, give a round of applause to froyotech for winning this I-Series. Congratulations, guys. Honestly, one of the best I-Series finals we've had in a long time. How are you feeling coming out of that, Banny?
Feeling so relieved, but yeah, just feel great. It feels good to finally win an I-Series after 3 years of disappointment.
Yeah, finally, it has been something you've been chasing, but what a close game. It wasn't an easy road for you on this. It was a good battle. We got the 5 maps. We're up till 2 a.m. and it's just totally worth it for me.
Yeah, I mean, it is 2 a.m., but it feels like, the morning, because we have so much energy right now. Yeah, it's crazy. We actually have to catch some flights in a few hours, actually, but yeah, close matches on a couple maps, but the ones that we rolled, those really brought us back. They gave us the confidence to keep going,
Yeah, I can imagine. And Like when we're going like forward from this, and we've got some more lands coming up, but like with this, it's it's always been sort of a European event, and there's been a lot of times when it's kind of been dominated. How did you feel the competition was this I-Series? Did you feel like it was a good caliber? Do you feel like it was interesting? Did you feel like you had some good matches all in all?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the final, you could tell, was close, so that was definitely good. And even throughout the whole tournament, there were a lot of like wild card teams, like especially Feint. They caught us on Viaduct. They were super aggressive, that kind of stuff. And we were watching a lot of the tournament too, and we saw a ton of good plays. So all around, it was a good tournament. And I was really impressed, I guess, to see Aura Electro get fourth, because I never really thought of them as a top team, but hey, they pulled it out. So good for them.
Yeah, good. It has been a wonderful tournament. And I think one really important thing is you're not alone, Banning. You've got some wonderful people. So I'm going to kind of work my way through. So Garbuglio, I know I usually say that wrong, but how are you feeling going out of this?
I feel amazing. It's great to actually win something for once.
Yeah, being not usually part of the main roster of froyotech, how was it adapting to everyone here?
I mean, I played with them in the past, so I think it was pretty easy actually for me.
Yeah, it was quite an easy transition. Everything feels great. Yeah.
For sure, easily, yeah, for sure.
Wonderful. I'll move on just in case I'm wasting time. Habib, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, coming out of that, being a very impactful player for froyotech and during the entire LAN, like there were some moments that we really enjoyed, and it's been really, really good from you.
Yeah, honestly, like I understand my role on my team. I have to understand when they're gonna try to make impactful plays, and it's my job to normally shut them down, destroy them.
Yeah. And you did at some moments just do it extremely well, and during especially the first sort of 3 to 4 maps of this I-Series, you were so impactful, and it was a pleasure to watch, Habib.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And Yoms, you did so well on that last map. You were so impactful, especially with the shotgun strats that you were bringing out. It was an absolute pleasure to see.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, like coming into another I-Series, something kind of, another tournament. How does it feel being here, being in the UK, being part of this?
It's completely different from just going to California, from coming here to Birmingham. I can't really describe. It's really just something you have to like feel. And any NA player that comes here will probably say the same thing, I feel.
Yeah, like it is a weird atmosphere. Obviously, not being on home soil, the crowd is always a little bit different. You've got a bit of that almost evil bad guy sort of mentality going on. Let's not beat around the bush. Like, did you feel like that affected you, or did it just make you want to win so much more?
It just made me want to win so much more. Like, silence has never sounded so sweet.
Yeah, there was some moments like that. Now, moving on, kind of doing a weird angle, we're on to Cookie Jake. Is this your first time being on a LAN team with froyotech?
Yes, it is my first time with froyotech.
How was it adjusting to that?
It was difficult at first because they play a really fast-paced style, not like any other team. It's really a change. You have to keep up with Banny especially, and the whole combo. But once you get into it, you ease into it, it becomes a lot easier because they're just so coordinated.
Yeah, I can imagine working in such a tight ship that Banny actually runs. It must have been really quite a pleasure to kind of work with that sort of mentality of a TF2 player, someone who is you've been here forever. Let's be honest, and you've pushed teams. froyotech is the best, highest grossing team ever to touch TF2, and I think your effort really proves it, man. Like, how is it working with that?
I'm glad that I got asked to play. Playing on froyotech is honestly, it's like an honor. It's not something everyone gets to do. Not something that every medic can even keep up with. It can be very stressful, but it's really nice to play on a team that's just so coordinated and so just compact.
Wonderful, and we'll move finally on to the last player, Arik. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. Glad we won.
Yeah. How was it playing on the flank against like a newer player on the Se7en roster, playing against Tiger and Adiski? It was someone that you've not really faced up against that much before. Was it different at all?
I don't know. Playing flank on Froyo is just mostly like making sure Habib and Banny are like playing well. Playing against Tiger and Adiski, like Tiger's really good. I'll admit I was afraid to like 1v1 him, but I didn't let that get in my head. I just made sure I played like a teammate and like didn't like go for flashy kills or anything. Just like did my job.
It's always good to respect your opponent, like especially in EU. Tiger does have a lot of respect and is known as a very aggressive, really well-rounded scout. So it could be something really, generally really good. So I'm just impressed with everything that kind of went through. I'm absolutely shattered from this. It was intense just watching you guys, so I can't imagine what it was like actually playing that.
I mean, okay, the maps that we lost were kind of stressful. Like we kind of lost to ourselves, like especially on Granny, right? We lost with like 2 seconds, but I don't know. I've played pretty well.
You look quite frustrated with that. Have you got something to say about the Granary?
Yeah, I mean, we made some dumb mistakes. Granary, goalie wash, they were so close. I don't know. We tried to just get it out of our minds.
Okay. Well, one thing I have been asked is if you guys can give us the traditional money shot. So if you guys can all surround this, lift it up, and let us see that wonderful thing. Give them a round of applause, everyone. Our winners for I63, froyotech, bringing it home for NA. Poor old SEU, but they've shown us how to actually play TF2, and we need to respect them for that. So alongside that, we've also got, at some point, I don't know when, we're going to be doing a group photo. I assume you guys are going to be joining us on that. We've got a group photo.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
We need to get that sorted, so make sure you grab everyone. We've seen some people that have left. Well, what shall we do now, production? Have you got anything for me? Oh, we have a finalized outro video for you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to set that up now, and yeah, wonderful.
I keep on hearing that you want to go to some sort of content, but I refuse to pass it on to anyone. I feel like I can just keep this going for quite a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway.
Home of a long competitive TF2 heritage spanning 7 years, and it shows no sign of stopping.
I don't think there's an esport out there where you can do stuff at LAN that you can with TF2. TF2 is it's just another level.
Well, world exclusive interview.
Grumpy Mum.
Grumpy Mum.
Brave to be an opportunity for Spencer with a big bomb, and he gets the flag onto Cookie Jake. So this is absolutely clutch. Now they're going to have a heel advantage going into this as well.
Can't possibly be headshot. He tries though. He's trying to shoot through the cracks and crevices of the sentry gun, but the wall will not falter. Now I think again. Try one more time. Oh my God! He gets the shot to seize. That is what they were looking for.
They don't have that he just runs in. He pipes Cookie Jake. He pipes Cookie Jake again.
Oh my God!
It's just like really cool to meet up people and this kind of stuff. Like really, it's great.
Yeah, all the games we played, like even though we lost, so far we've lost 2, right? Yeah, even though we've lost 2, it's still really good fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so close. Almost bouncing the jump. The Tiger actually trying to go into lower, trying to force the down against Cookie Jake.
Perfect play.
Absolutely perfect.
Be a round loser if it actually keeps up this momentum here, Mapley.
Yeah, one of their only hopes right now on the Orlector side is going to be Scruff. Sniping Sport, he opens it, he gets his chance, but no! Just the Samsung.
Oh my God! My Lord, Scruff! We thought you'd have missed it, but he just took a second chance, and that was unheard of here in this top forest one. Usually you get 1 shot, but Scruff takes 2.
That's absolutely insane. That's going to rival Alva's shot of yesterday right now. That's truly insane sniping from Scruff, and just like that.
TF2 is a beautiful game when played in this format, and just the experience with my team and the hype around it, it's what keeps me coming back. And there's a good tournament, there's something to play for. I'm always always willing to go. And Insomnia has brought it every year.
It might not be a huge game or whatever, but you kind of get out what you put into it. And with the injury, I feel like I never really got to produce like the best I'm capable of at any event. And despite the fact that I have some problems with my hands, I feel like I still have a lot to offer the team and the teams that I make. And in my opinion, I think if you're a fan of TF2, watching close TF2 at LAN, like with your friends, having a drink and stuff, it's one of the best times you can have. And I think if I still have the ability, even with half a hand, to make that experience real for other people, the same way that others made it real for me years ago when I first liked the game, then that's what I do, I guess.
But also, equally as important is the people that I get to meet. Last year at I61, it was the first esports event I'd ever been to, let alone worked at. So I got to meet lots of people that I'd previously been speaking to and people that I'd never met before, including the woman that ended up becoming my girlfriend. That's incredibly important to me, and I'm sure it's important to many people who come as well.
How is everyone doing?
Why do people still play this game? This is a question that I feel is asked regularly. TF2 is one of the few games remaining that truly has no limits and rewards players for always thinking outside the box. You aren't fenced off with one-dimensional abilities and movement that is limited to a button press. There's no hand-holding, core mechanics have to be learned and can take hundreds of hours to perfect. But as a result, you can see your skills develop over time and how you evolve as a player. Best of all, you can keep going. Players and teams can create their own style of play and have an identity that's then imitated by new players trying to reach that same level and beyond. And I-Series sits at the very top. The main goal and motivation for most is the coming together of players from around the world. Year after year, the best of what we have individually, as a team and a community, is all put on display on what is always an unforgettable weekend. And when everything is all said and done, we go home, we practice for next year, and we keep going. We'll see you then.
A lot I can offer to teams and to the experience for everyone.
So today is our big launch event for Belong Westfield Stratford, home to the Stratford Spartans. It's got our brand new look and feel that you can probably see around me now, and we have 36 TF2 high-spec PCs for you guys to play on. We've gone for a really big epic entryway in the community area, so somewhere you guys can hang out and chill out.
I think the decor is great. I think the designer's done a fantastic job. It suits gaming absolutely perfectly. The neon lights are great.
It's really kind of high-end. It's got a really nice, calming atmosphere to it as well. Like, it all just feels very, very friendly and very open.
It's really fantastic just to be able to see some friends here and watch everything come together, because every single Belong is like a bit of a family. And so watching the family here at Stratford evolve is fantastic.
Now, I've been to quite a few of these arenas, and this one is just massive. It's huge. You could finish playing, and then I could take my team and go and sit down, and we can have a drink and a laugh and a chat. It becomes much more of a social thing as well as being a gaming experience. Like, everyone I've spoken to is quite amazed by it.
So it's been an exciting day getting Belong Gaming Arena Stratford ready for you. Bids open today. Come down and join us and join the Stratford Spartans.